Next we have Conference on Transformation of Aspirational Districts. This is done for the rapid transformation of districts, those districts that are lagging on specific development parameters. So, important points to be noted for prelims is that the event is being organized by Niti Aayog. The Conference on Transformation of Aspirational Districts event is being organized by Niti Aayog, and it aims to fulfill the Prime Minister's vision of a new India by 2022. And the Prime Minister will interact with Prabhari, means in charge officials of transformation of over 100 districts, and senior government officials in the rank of additional secretary and joint secretary. They have been designated as officers in charge or Prabhari, which I already mentioned. What they do is they coordinate the efforts of the center and the states in addressing the specific developmental needs of these districts. Next we have floating market. A floating market has started in Kolkata, and this is the first of its kind across any metro. The market, as the name suggests, it is floating, means it is located on a water body with boats doubling up as shops. The aim is to rehabilitate over 200 shopkeepers from a nearby market that was demolished for the widening of the Eastern Metropolitan Bypass. Next we have Virtual ID for Aadhaar. The Unique Identification Authority of India introduced Virtual ID or VID to safeguard Aadhaar cardholders' data. And this VID, it will be a 16-digit randomly generated number and which can be used for authentication instead of the original Aadhaar number. We can keep our original Aadhaar number with ourselves for privacy, and we can use this virtual ID instead of the Aadhaar number. And this will be a temporary number and 16-digit random number, as I already said. This is mapped with the Aadhaar number. And an important fact is that it will not be possible to derive Aadhaar number from this virtual ID. But for any given time, there will be only one active and valid VID for a particular Aadhaar number. And another important point is the Virov algorithm. The algorithm is a checksum formula for error detection which was developed in the year of 1969, and this algorithm is used here. One more point is that Aadhaar number holder, they can use this virtual ID instead of Aadhaar number whenever authentication or KYC services are performed. Then next is e-Sansad and e-Vidhan. So, e-Sansad and e-Vidhan in Parliament and state legislatures, it is for digitizing and making their functioning paperless. So, both these, which means e-Sansad and e-Vidhan, both these are mission mode projects of Government of India under the Digital India Mission to make the functioning of Parliament and state legislatures paperless, as I already said. Union Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs, it is the nodal ministry for implementation of both the projects. These projects would make the functioning of Parliament and state legislatures participative, responsive, transparent, productive and more accountable to the public, and make the entire legislative process more efficient. And one more point is that this environment friendly initiative is in line with the Go Green initiative of the government. Now we have GEM 3.0. GEM or GEM is Government E-Marketplace. The Ministry of Commerce and Industry scaled up the Government E-Marketplace 2.0 into Government E-Marketplace 3.0. The GEM or Government E-Marketplace, it is the national procurement portal of the Government of India, and through this, the government department and agencies procure important goods and services. The ministry has also launched a sellers onboarding campaign, and this campaign, it is launched under the GEM in order to streamline procurement activities. And through the campaign, the officers of GEM and training team, they guide the sellers in registration on the new portal and listing of products. The main advantage is that this will bring together many sellers and service providers for products and services across the country under one roof and gives a huge uplift for growth of MSMEs. So that's all regarding GEM 3.0. Now we have types of passports. So why do we need to discuss these types of passports? Because the government has decided to drop the plan of introducing an orange color passport. So what types of passports are currently issued by the Government of India? 3 types of passports are issued by the Government of India. They are, as you can see here, regular passport, diplomatic passport and official passport. So the regular passport has a navy blue cover, just the one we common people possess. It is issued to citizens for ordinary travel. Then comes the diplomatic passport. This has a maroon cover and it is issued to Indian diplomats, top ranking government officials, which means joint secretary and above, and diplomatic couriers. So if you get through the civil service examination and you get the Indian foreign service, you will of course get a diplomatic passport. Then the third is official passport. So this has a white cover. It is issued to individuals representing the Indian government on official business. So those are the three types of passports. Then comes Sankalp. Sankalp is an initiative from Department of Pension and Pensioners Welfare to provide a platform for the pensioners to access opportunities available for useful interventions in the society. So it comes under the Ministry of Personal, Public Grievances and Pensions. And at present, only central government, civil pensioners, defence civilians and defence retirees, they are eligible for registration under this Sankalp. And please don't confuse this Sankalp scheme with the other Sankalp scheme. So we have one more Sankalp scheme, that is skills acquisition and knowledge awareness for livelihood promotion. And this is being supported by the World Bank. So please don't confuse both Sankalp. One is related to opportunities available for pensioners and second one is related to livelihood promotion, that is being supported by the World Bank. Okay, that is the difference. Then Matunga railway station. The news is that Matunga railway station entered into Limca Book of Records. Why? Because this Matunga railway station in Maharashtra has become the first station in India which has all women staff managing the operations of the station. That is the peculiarity of the topic. Then next is tribunals. The Supreme Court effectively stayed the applicability of provisions of the Central Tribunal, Appellate Tribunal and Other Authorities Rule 2017, and this set of rules, it gave the government primacy in making key appointments to tribunals including the CAT and NGT. So the CAT is Central Appellate Tribunal and NGT is National Green Tribunal. And as information related to this news, let's see what is a tribunal and what are its significances. A tribunal generally means any person or institution with authority to judge, adjudicate on or determine claims or disputes. In India, tribunals were added in the constitution by the 42nd Amendment Act and it has only two articles, Article 323A and Article 323B. Article 323A deals with administrative tribunals and Article 323B deals with tribunals for other matters. So as I just said, we have two types. First is administrative tribunals and second is tribunals for other matters. We will see what is the difference between the two. An administrative tribunal is a body to hear on cases which are filed by the staff members alleging non-observation of their terms of service or any other related matters. Because there are times when the dispute between the employer means the government, and the employees over service matters can arise. So in such cases, a tribunal walks into place. Now, we will see what constitutes the two articles 323A and B. Article 323A provides that a law made by the Parliament may provide for establishment of an administrative tribunal for the Union and a separate administrative tribunal for each state or two or more states. The matters handled by these tribunals are, first is recruitment and conditions of service of persons appointed to public services in Union as well as states as well as local authorities. Then it also sees the recruitment and conditions of service of persons appointed to any corporation owned or controlled by the government. So that's all about administrative tribunals. Now, I also mentioned a second type, tribunals for other matters. So what includes these other matters? Article 323B empowers the Parliament or state legislatures to set up tribunals for matters other than those which I already mentioned. So what they see is, they see the levy, assessment, collection and enforcement of any tax or foreign exchange, import and export across customs or industrial and labour disputes, etc. Next we have National Human Rights Commission. The National Human Rights Commission has retained its A status of accreditation with the Global Alliance of National Human Rights Institutions. The National Human Rights Commission, it is an autonomous public body constituted in the year 1993 under the Protection of Human Rights Ordinance, but it was given a statutory basis by the Protection of Human Rights Act 1993. The NHRC is the National Human Rights Commission of India, which is responsible for the protection and promotion of human rights. That means rights relating to life, liberty, equality and dignity of the individual as guaranteed by the Constitution or which are embodied in the international covenants. So, the chairman and members of NHRC are appointed by the President on recommendation of a high-powered committee which is headed by the Prime Minister. Now regarding the composition of the commission, the NHRC consists of a chairperson and that chairperson should be a retired Chief Justice of India. Then one member who is or has been a judge of Supreme Court of India, another member who is or has been the Chief Justice of High Court, then two more members to be appointed from among persons having knowledge in matters relating to human rights. And in addition to all these, the chairpersons of 4 national commissions, that means the Commission on Scheduled Caste, Commission on Scheduled Tribes, Commission on Women and Minorities, they serve as ex officio members. So, this is regarding the composition of the commission. I have also mentioned Global Alliance of National Human Rights Institutions and we will discuss that in the IR topics.